Good morning, nail polish addicts. So today what I have is a very short tutorial for a look that is very interesting and kind of cool. I prefer to do a different one, but I'll show you all three. So what I have right here are three different types of turquoise nails. They're all with the gold background, as you can see. This one kind of very liney. This one has a little bit more of a shadow going on and some gold veins. Same thing for over here, but what I have here are a few different shades. This is a pure like champagne gold underneath. This is a pure bright gold underneath. And this is the champagne gold with the bright gold kind of veined onto it and then the shadow on top. Now, what I want to show you is the technique to get that shatter so that it's not streaky like normal black shatters. So, what I have today is the perfect shade of turquoise. This is China Glaze Crackle Glaze in crushed candy or candy crush. I'm not sure. I think it's, let's see. Yeah, crushed candy. This is a great turquoise color. So, instead of getting this kind of streaky thing that has been going on, I'll show you over one of the other nails over here. I have just a random nail. Normally, when we apply nail polish, it's from a kind of top to bottom type of thing like this. Right? And when you let that dry, it's going to start streaking. I'll actually fast forward this. Okay, so as you can see with that fast forward, we have some very kind of streaky, let's see if you can get a little bit less of that glare right here, a little bit of streaky up to down type of shatter. Well, with turquoise, as you can see in these reference pictures, they aren't really up to down. They're kind of just random. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you on three different colors the same type of technique that you could pretty much just use for a lot of turquoise stuff going on. Okay, so what I like to do is, of course you need to cover the entire nail because if you have kind of like black going on right there, it's not the most attractive nail. I'm going to show you kind of an experimental one on this light champagne. It's actually another China Glaze. It's this China Glaze 2030. See? China Glaze 2030. So, what I do is you need enough polish on your brush. Let's see if we can get it. And I cover the entire nail quickly. Work very quickly. Okay? Now what you want to do is you kind of make random squigglies every which way because you're going to want random cracks. Okay? So, now we'll let this crack. Okay, so this is what it did. It kind of did some random cracks here and there. The kind of more squished, I don't know, I'll show you in a second, but the more kind of streaky you get it, the more random veins you get. These kind of veins are a little bit more, I don't know, liney, but it gets that kind of random goldy vein thing instead of just, I don't know, this going on. And this is fully cracked by now, but this up to down type of shatter, which almost looks like wood in a way. I don't know. It kind of always bothered me. But this is a little bit more attractive and looks a lot more like these shatters right here. So now I'm going to show you the same type of thing, but what I did right here on these two nails is this is a black. I personally like turquoise with a black underneath it because most turquoise has black veins, but you get those really awesome gold veins every once in a while. This one has a champagne gold with gold veins that I painted on as well, so you have two types of gold. And then I also have kind of a bronze and black sponged on randomly, because when you look at turquoise, there is not just uniform two colors. You have some depth to it. So what I'm going to do is same type of thing, but I'm going to start with a little bit of a different technique that you'll see for a second. Let me put this in the center so you can see. Okay. And get enough on your brush. You kind of want a lot. And we'll go for it. Put it all over. Streak like normal. Just kind of glob in certain areas too. So this one's a little bit more chunky. But you'll see what happens when it stays chunky. I'll let that shatter and you'll see it in fast forward. Okay, so you kind of get the idea. It's not fully cracked, but I'm going to start on this black one so this one can continue. This has more of a random vein going on. So when you glob it on instead of kind of streak it on like this gets straight lines. This has more kind of random veins, and I'll show you in a close. Okay? And that like you can see in the close-up picture, there's just kind of random veiny things, and like the reference pictures, those are random veins. This black one is kind of going to be my favorite one. I did this a while ago, and it was kind of a good hit. So let me show you using the same technique as that center one. Move that up and to the side. Okay. Now you might need a little bit more paint if you're going to do black. And yes, it's messy. I'm sorry. Okay, so globbing, and there. It kind of got globbed on, and we'll let that dry and see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, it has pretty much stopped shattering, but this is, you can see the veins are a lot more pronounced. If you like the gold, awesome. I like this one. But that does the same type of veining, almost in the mirror image of this one right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually come back and show you in a more zoomed out way. Okay, so I couldn't zoom in too much without it ruining it, but I'm going to show you the pictures. What I did here was I actually applied a top coat. So, top coat, it's a little shinier, shiny, and once it completes cracking, it is going to be a little bit more textured on the turquoise parts, and so you'll want a top coat, of course, unless you really like that matte thing going on. I personally don't. Would really look nice is if you mattified the entire thing, but this is how it would look. I think it's a little much if you did it on every nail, but that's just me. It would look awesome if you had it on your own nails and you were able to rock it. I love to do a black on every nail and then an accent turquoise nail. It makes the design kind of pop, and people go, oh, what's that extra design you have right there? I like the black one. Of course, this is a tutorial for black and gold, so I have the gold one right here, and then the kind of the liney gold right there. It depends on which type of vein you like. So remember, this one is with just kind of the swish type of method. This is with the swish type of method, and you have little globs here and there, so it prevents it from cracking like this. It kind of adds a little texture. And then the same thing for the black. And I'll show you a couple close-up pictures, but yeah, let's see if people can come up with their own and show me what they do with their own nails. So yeah, again, this is the one you're going to need if you're going to want to do this, or if you can find one very similar to this, China glaze, crackle glaze in crushed candy. Thanks for watching.